A long-awaited report into the shooting at Michigan State revealing some new information about the shooter and his actions that night and in the days leading up to the tragedy. It now appears a fight with students weeks before may have had something to do with the shooter's rampage that night. Rod Maloney live with more on this. It is a pretty lengthy report, Rod.
Yeah, Devin, it's just shy of 100 pages, and it's a chilling account. Takes you right into the middle of everything that happened that terrifying night. The students, the police, what the police did in the days after for their investigation. The redactions are many. They also had a lot of reports from people that really didn't help them that much. But this tonight is what we know. Previously, Michigan State Police said that they didn't have any idea what led the shooter to kill 4 co-eds that dark February night and injure 5 others. But the report released late last night through a Freedom of Information request tells a far different story. According to Michigan State Police Sergeant David Isabel, an unidentified man interviewed said that he knew the shooter as Tony. They'd met 5 years ago on the MSU campus at a gathering of community members interested in bettering their neighborhood. Had seen Tony 3 weeks prior, who seemed agitated. He told the man, whose name was withheld, that he had been beaten up by students. Didn't indicate if the students were MSU students. The altercation may have occurred during a weekend in the downtown East Lansing area. He also recalled having conversations with the shooter about mass shootings in the past. These conversations were not recent in nature, believes the shooter had an infatuation with school shootings and shooters, something police found true in checking McCrae's internet search and video history, where records show that just 2 days before the shooting, McCrae had numerous videos noted as searched and watched pertaining to tours of MSU's campus, killer documentaries, school shooting videos, arsons, and hypnosis. He also had searched killer videos, people that shot up colleges, and mass killings in college. And the report also says that the bullets that night were purchased at a Dunham's just in the minutes before the shooting. Also, there was one very chilling account of students who heard the shooting and hid between desks, put desks up, and they say that the shooter leaned into the room, had a flashlight, and was looking around and basically said, "Where are you all at?" They didn't answer, and he left. So they were very fortunate to escape with their lives in that scenario. Devin, back to you.
Wow. I mentioned it's a long report. You just talked about a couple of the other things that are sort of collected there. Other surprises that you found, Rod?
Well, the one that was surprising, it shows up twice in a couple of different reports, and it turns out that the request for the lockdown on the campus came just 2 minutes after the first shots, but it was a communication from an officer in the field to a cadet on a desk, and apparently the cadet didn't understand or wasn't sure to go ahead and put the campus-wide lockdown, and it took another 8 minutes for them to decide that they needed to get that lockdown down, and that was one of the big criticisms about this way back in the beginning.
Exactly right. Precious time. All right, Rod.